Okay, I'm just saving it now. So I guess you understood what occlusion map is and how it can be helpful in our color map also. Now our next job is, if you come over here, you can see all the edges, and by default the edges are a little bit brighter, but over there it was not very bright, the edges. So for that, just to get the information only of the edges, I am going to create curvature map. Alright, so I can come to this. I am just deleting it, and this time I am coming to the surface. So this is a little bit technical, so just check it carefully. One AI standard shader I have created, and I am creating the second one. Okay, so two standard surfaces I have created. Alright, now give the first one, just changing the color of it. Let's say red. Alright, everything is red. Now the second one, and changing the color, maybe everything is blue. Alright, why I have given that color? So that we will understand what's happening exactly. Too much contrast, red and blue. So selecting this, make this specularity 0, and for this also make this specularity 0. We'll understand what exactly is happening. If specularity is there, reflection will be there, so there can be a problem. So I don't want that. Alright, so what next to do? I want the information of the edges, only of the edges. So for that, first of all, I want to assign both the materials to the object. So how that can be done? In our software renderer, you have seen we had layer shader, isn't it? In our surface we had layer shader. So like that, in Arnold we are having mix shader. Where is that? Yeah, this is AI mix shader. Alright, so I'm keeping it over here. This is just like the layer shader. Alright, and inside this you can see I am having shader 1, shader 2. So selecting this, shader 1, selecting this, shader 2, and both the shaders are connected with this. Alright, and selecting the mix shader and assigning it. What's happening? It is giving the output of a mix color, isn't it? Red and blue, if you mix it, you will get this color. So alright, now going to the mix shader, and here we are having mix wet. So if I go towards 0, this is our first material, if you can remember, and if we go towards 1, and this is our second material. So generally we keep it at the center. Alright, but I don't want this. What I want is the information of the edges. Alright, the information of the edges. So what can be done? If you can remember, I told the name of this map what I am going to create is called the curvature map. And why it is called curvature map? Because the node name is curvature map. So I am just pressing tab, okay, and AI curvature. Okay, so this is AI curvature node, and what I am going to do with this mix I just showed you, the mix. With this, I am going to connect AI curvature so that it can distinguish the edges and the flattened areas. Alright, so it cannot read RGB, all the 3 channels. So it can only read the red channel. So I am selecting the red channel and connecting with the mix. Is that okay? And I am coming to the AI curvature and let's check what is happening. I guess you understood already. I am getting a kind of information of the edges, isn't it? So increasing the radius, let's check what's happening. You can see the blue area is increasing. Okay, this is nice. I have to tweak everything a little bit. So, and this is the spread. I don't know how much value should be there in the spread. I want this actually in between, wherever I sculpted in that area, that will be dark, and that sculpted area also should have a border like this blue border. Okay, it will not be a flattened highlighted area in these areas. Okay, this is looking interesting. So inside this I just have sculpted it. Alright, so radius I will check. Only the edges. Alright, now coming to the threshold, increasing the threshold so that the noise we can see in this area, that will go. This is the bias, and multiply. I'll just check if so. You can see it is becoming very hard. I think this is good. Spread, I'll just check. A little bit more. And the radius. These are the 2 main properties. Over here I'm taking a little bit time because this is very crucial. What kind of information we are getting from this curvature node. So this is very important. Threshold, increase it a little bit more. I guess this is fine. And what I am going to do, the red color, I am converting it to white, and the blue color I am converting it to black. I'm very sorry, it has to be just the opposite. Definitely the edges will be white, and the flat color has to be black. It has to look like this. Alright, but still I am thinking I should go to the curvature and should work with this. Still this is a little bit too much. In between these black lines I am getting, I think somehow we need those lines. This value is very sensitive. Alright, that's all. I want something like this, that's all. Okay, only the edges and wherever the sculpted areas, and that area is getting black color. That's all. So everything is alright. You can see I'm getting some noise. I don't know if still rendering. No. So just to get rid of that, the samples I'm making it 4, and from the rendering also that can be done. So I'm selecting this on all and utility and render selection to texture. Over there I'm making the camera sample 4 and 1024. Alright, now render it. Alright, it is done. Now going to Photoshop once again, File, Open, and going to the images, the same name. Every time it is creating EXR file, and you can see I am getting very nice edges. So again, mode 8-bit. Alright, and drag and drop. Make sure we're keeping it properly and snapping properly all the corners, otherwise the position will be changed. Alright, over here what kind of information we need? We need the white information. So this time, instead of multiply, we are going to use the blending mode screen. You can see all the white information we are getting. Go to the opacity and just reduce a little bit. Alright, I'm saving it. File, save as JPEG and selecting steps. Alright, now coming back to Maya, coming back to this object, coming back to Lambert 2, I don't know when I deleted this color map. Anyway, so steps, this one, alright, off. Let's render it. Now I guess you are understanding. From where I started, everything was flat, there was no volume, and now you are getting the context shadow, you are getting all the corners, and still it is just a flat Lambert. So if you are using a good shader, maybe AI standard shader, so the output will be much better. And I think this is the use of color map, and that is also called base color map, that is also called RGB map, and that is also called diffuse map. Alright, so no other information, only the color information. So that is the color map, and on the top of it we projected our occlusion map. What is occlusion map? The context shadows will be there of multiple objects, it can be, or only from one object, the context shadows. That is the occlusion map. And then we have created curvature map. So what is the curvature map? Through the curvature map we are getting the information of the edges. So the edges should be a little bit highlighted. One thing you have to remember, the corners over here getting light, that is not specularity. Specularity is different. Specularity is the glossiness. Wherever specularity is there, reflectivity also will be there, but in this case we don't want any kind of specularity. Okay, so this is purely curvature. So entirely whatever is connected over here now, so this is the color map. So everything is connected to the color. So all the information, color means RGB information, the occlusion information and the curvature information is there inside this color. Alright, so this is the way you can create your color map. Color map is not only the color we create, that will not look realistic, it will look like pixelated and taken from somewhere and directly projected, it will look like that. But this is the way you can work, and with the context shadows and the highlighted areas, the edges are separated nicely. This is the process of working with an object and texturing. I think you understood all the 3 maps. So total we have learned about 5 maps: color map, occlusion map, curvature map, normal map and displacement map. By using all these maps you can give an output. So today this render in front of us is having all these 5 informations. Alright, so this is it for today. Next day maybe I will come up with something new. Thank you very much. All you have to do, have to make this the exact process I have taken. You have to take the same process and need to submit a JPEG render of that, the final output you are creating, and I will check that. If somebody interested, you can submit your maps also, so that I can check and can evaluate if your maps are correct or not. So all of you, please submit, participate. This is a very crucial time, but we have to keep moving. Alright, so I hope all of you will participate in this, and all the best. Thank you very much.